Today, we're going to learn about multilingual pedagogies, which are based on identity. In many schools, linguistic diversity is seen as a barrier rather than a resource. As Jim Cummins writes, most schools still continue to undermine students' multilingualism, either through benign neglect or sometimes explicit prohibition on the use of students' home languages within the public space of the school. But this view of language is often counterproductive. Research has shown that identity-affirming pedagogies can support students' learning and socio-emotional experiences in school. Studies from the past several years, including a recent investigation into multilingually oriented primary schools in the Netherlands, offer examples of effective identity-based pedagogies. These have a shared aim of actively demonstrating that students' linguistic and cultural identities matter within the school context. Let's take a look. Some identity-based pedagogies are focused on showing appreciation for linguistic and cultural diversity. This can look like framing language as a resource, building respect for and interest in cultural differences, displaying visual representations of diversity, or establishing multilingual language policies. Studies have shown that these practices can help affirm students' identities as capable students and boost their confidence and pride in their own abilities and those of their classmates. Schools can also make efforts to welcome the use of home languages in the school environment. This can have positive effects on students' vocabulary and language development in both their home language and the school language. Other identity-based pedagogies use a funds of knowledge perspective, which can involve connecting instruction with students' lived experiences, intentionally building on students' prior knowledge, or involving students' parents or family in their learning. These can help students feel more empowered, less afraid of making mistakes, and give them greater agency in their own learning. Students may also create identity texts of different kinds. We'll turn to 4 schools in the Netherlands for more examples of identity-based pedagogies. At one school, multilingualism was the theme of the month. Students researched a country and language of interest and made posters and mascots to show what they had learned. Teachers also described how their warm acceptance of linguistic and cultural diversity is weaved in throughout the day and year as an overall mindset. Visual celebrations of diversity, such as flags, maps, and other diversity-affirming visuals, were seen throughout each school. Teachers found these practices to increase students' open-mindedness, confidence, self-efficacy, and happiness. Being able to use their languages in school helps students feel more at home and like they could be themselves, and their teachers saw this as ultimately supporting students' learning. Identity-based pedagogies are valuable tools in supporting multilingual students, but it's important for teachers to use them together with other tools in their toolbox to provide the most comprehensive support. We hope you give them a try.
Created using Powtoon.